Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. 4 long railroad trains loaded to the gunnels with tons of enchanting cargo. See the world's largest traveling zoo, the giraffe family, herds of elephants, giant and baby gorillas, and hundreds of other rare and costly wild animals. From the 4 corners of the world come many new wonders never before seen in America. Magnificent new spectacles and a host of terrific new acts and features. It's alluring, it's thrilling, it's exciting. It's the greatest show on earth, now truly greater than ever before.
I should like to introduce a man who has been everywhere acclaimed as the first pantomimist of the big top. A man whose face is known to everybody. A man whose voice is seldom heard. That sad sack of sawdust satire, Emmett Kelly.
Hello, children of all ages.
Emmett, we're indeed honored to have you with us at the radio station. Because as well known as your face is in America, in England, and on the continent, your voice has been pretty much of an unknown quantity.
Yes, that's true. Because you see, the little guy I play, I call him Weary Willie, isn't much of a talker. He just goes his way, trying to be friendly, hoping for a kind word or a smile, does his best to try and get along, and lets it go at that. And not for years, not since I stopped giving chalk talks, had I talked in front of the audience until I played a part in the Universal picture, The Fat Man.
Now, wait just a minute, Emmett. I knew you'd been starred for many seasons with Ringling Brothers, Barnum, and Bailey Circus, and had played with all the larger European circuses during the winter seasons, but this movie career is something else again.
Well, we try everything in show business, you know. I not only played the Fat Man, but I also am in Cecil B. DeMille's picture, The Greatest Show on Earth.
Playing yourself? By that I mean the Weary Willie character?
I play Weary Willie in The Greatest Show on Earth, but I play a heavy in The Fat Man and do double duty as a white-faced clown.
Now, wait a minute, Emmett. You've used a couple of expressions I'm not familiar with. A minute ago, you said you hadn't talked before an audience since you used to give chalk talks. And now you say you played a heavy and did a bit in the picture as a white-faced clown. Straighten me out on those, huh?
Well, a chalk talk is an illustrated lecture, so to speak. In other words, I'd give a little talks and illustrate my talk with chalk drawings. I did a regular act, cartooning act, you might say. As a matter of fact, it was while I was cartooning that I created the character Weary Willie. And years later, when I decided to take up clowning and pantomime as a profession, I remembered Weary Willie. And he's the guy I play twice a day with a big show.
Well, good. That much is clear. Now, what about that white-faced line?
Well, in The Fat Man, as I said, I play the heavy. Then later on, I appear in the picture as a clown. But I didn't want Weary Willie to become known as a villain, so I created a new white-face makeup for that particular character.
Created one, Emmett?
Yes, you see, there are probably 50 or more different kinds of clowns. Whiteface, Tramp, Rustic, Mary Andrew, and August. And each clown, in whatever category he performs, has his own makeup. It's not considered ethical for another clown to come along and swipe some other fellow's trademark. So out came the old drawing board. I fooled around and experimented with a white-faced clown that wouldn't infringe upon any other clown's makeup. And finally, I came up with the one you see in The Fat Man.
Oh, now I see. Emmett, how long have you been playing Weary Willie?
Well, on and off for 30 years.
And Emmett, that wardrobe of yours, do you still wear the original suit, the one you started out with?
No, I retired the coat and the shoes some years ago and replaced them. But I still cling to this original old derby and the original old patched-up pants. And as long as there's a Weary Willie, I'll still use those pants.
Well, thank you, Emmett Kelly. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember when you see Emmett Kelly, that sad sack of sawdust satire, wandering around the hippodrome track of the Ringling Brothers, Barnum, and Bailey Circus. Remember that you are looking at one of the greatest pantomimic stars in the world today.
Circusdom's perpetual appeal to children of all ages!